that guide the Liberia National Police. To go over them, we look at the protection of victims, especially children and other vulnerable persons, strict adherence to due process and presumption of innocence, and 3, decisions driven by evidence, not public pressure, speculation, or social media narratives. I will address each case individually, outline the investigative steps taken, clarify the outcome reached, and this will be done based on facts and law. Case 1, we look at the J. Brian McGill case. That has been a long, ongoing investigation. The Liberia National Police conducted an extensive multi-layered criminal investigation following a rape allegation involving a 14-year-old minor and Mr. J. Brian McGill. The key investigative actions taken included following: GSM call data and cell site location analysis, independent GPS location verification, review of available CCTV footage, and full DNA analysis conducted through international forensic partners. The findings: the telecommunication and GPS data conclusively excluded Mr. McGill's presence at the alleged crime scene during the relevant time. CCTV footage did not support claims of his presence. The DNA forensic results, which have now been received, excludes Mr. McGill as a contributor to biological material recovered from the victim's clothing. While unidentified male DNA was detected, they were matched against Mr. Brian McGill's DNA, and it came back without any. Based on the totality of digital forensic and physical evidence, the Liberia National Police exonerated Mr. Brian McGill from this investigation. However, I must emphasize, the investigation remains open, and efforts are ongoing to identify the unknown DNA contributor. This case demonstrates that LNP will protect victims without sacrificing fairness, objectivity, or due process. It is our hope that the family or the victim will continue to cooperate with the police for us to work together and bring the perpetrator, who is still out there, to justice. The second case has to do with Mr. Peter Bonjala, following a formal complaint filed on January 5th, 2026 concerning repeated sexual abuse of a 16-year-old minor. The investigative findings, medical examination confirmed findings were consistent with sexual abuse. The victim provided detailed, time-specific accounts. Independent witnesses corroborated the victim's presence at the defendant's residence, and GSM forensic analysis placed the suspect within the vicinity of the crime scene during the relevant period under investigation. Statements provided by the defendant were materially contradicted by the witness and forensic evidence. Legal action based on probable cause. The Liberia National Police has formally charged Mr. Peter Bonjala with the following charges from the revised penal law, the revised penal code: rape, statutory rape, sodomy, chapter 14.
Dramatic challenges in the implementation of the legislation. Over a period of 1 year of the 378 intervention, 55.5% of the intervention either not active or lack adequate information to verify or to raise any concern on the implementation. So it means that what I would do, 55.5% will not be rated or have not started. So that's one. Second is that of the total number also, 76 intervention constituting 20.1%. Yes, have not started, and 35.4%. And I want to explain the purpose on the Senate, they get confused sometimes. So the way we do this report, they have 4 different well rating. 1 is completed. It means that they proving, you can see everything that is completed. Second is ongoing, it means that the government is taking some action toward that particular promise but are not being completed. The third one is not started, it means that we're proving that you are not started anything on this, so we can't read it. The fourth one is that we check all over and there's no information anywhere that you are taking any action on the promises. And those promises would be like the government has not released information, there's no data or anything. So if you look at everything broken down, it constituted 55.5% of not rated and not started. Then we also look at 165 interventions constituting 43.7% show some level of action. So it means that on the total 378, 165 interventions the government has taken some action on. So they are ongoing. Then overall, three interventions constituting 0.8% completed. So in 1 year, of the 378, only 3 promises actually completed constituting 0.8%. So if we look at 0.8%, this is the 7th year of the government, meaning that the government has a lot of work to do in order to ensure that this particular arrest agenda is fully implemented, or else it will just be like the other stuff. What we also did, we did the rating per pillow. So with 6 pillows, we want to see which pillow ahead of which pillow. So if you look at this, if you look at the report, it's a mix. So you realize that governance and anti-corruption constitute 56.9% activation. Activation means that this particular pillow get more work, focus, more action taken than all the other pillows. Followed by environmental sustainability, we constitute 46.7 activation. It means that particular pillow, 56.7% action has been taken on the commitment made. Then you come to infrastructure development, 55.3% activation. So that's the analysis per pillow. But if we also look at this infrastructure development, we realize that a lot of work has been supported by international partners also. Then we come to the issue of digital governance, reform, donor support, climate initiative, all the different things. One of the periods that are not getting much support is the period on human capital development, which activation rate is about 36.7%. And that particular period look at health and education. So only the health and education pillow, very little happening in that area. Then again coming by again with economic transformation. So these 2 pillows are the least among the 6 pillows. So let's see some of the things that the government are taking action on. The government made progress, including the establishment of World Economic Crime Code Office, bringing up the biometric registration process. You know, before the president put a hold, they have reached 710,000 citizens, constituting 14% of the entire country. But the government promised that before 2029, they will reach more than 5 million people being enrolled into the biometric system. Then also realize that the government is doing a lot of what they call e-procurement system. So instead of the e-procurement system that going on, and then based on legislative reform, looking at the issue of the tourism bill. So to do a summary of the 6 pillars, so I will give you the report. Economic transformation have 80 interventions. Of the 80 interventions, 2 completed, constituting 1.5% of that particular pillar. Ongoing is 26, constituting 32.5%. Not rated is 2, constituting 2.5%. Not rated is 50, constituting 62.5%. So when you look at the pillar, activation rate in total is 35%. Infrastructure development, they have 47 interventions, what we call promises, 0 completed. Ongoing, 26, constituting 55.3%. Not rated, 18, constituting 38.3%. Not started, not rated 3, constituting 6.5. So if we look at this particular pillar, it's 55.3% activation. The whole activations are mean that they are focused a little bit in that area, right? They are looking. Rule of law, 35 intervention, which we call promises. 1 completed, constituting 2.9%. Ongoing, 16, 45.7%. Not started, 7, 20%. Not rated, 11, 31.4%. Total activation is 48.6%. Count the governance and anti-corruption, we have 58 intervention, 0 completed, 33 ongoing, constituting for 56.9%. Now started 12 is 20.7%. Now rated 13 is 22.4%. Activation rate is 56.9%. So this particular period get a high activation rate. They mean that there are more work happening in any particular sector. Environmental sustainability, 30 intervention, 0 completed. 7 ongoing, constituting 56.7%. Then you come to now started, 5, 16.7%. Now rated 8, 26.7%. Total activation rate is 56.7%. So these are the 2 key pillars that have more action taken place. Then you come to human capital development, is higher, it's the 128 intervention, non-completed. Ongoing 47, constituting 36.7%. Now started 32, 25%. Now rated, meaning there's no information about what happening in the areas, 49%. 49, constituting 38.2%. The total activation rate is 36.7%. Then we count the human capital development. Okay. So total is total intervention 378, completed 3, 0.8, ongoing 135 is 43.7%. Now started 76, 20.1%. Now rated 134, constituting 35.4%. The total overall stuff is around 44.5%. So this is the report. We'll give you copies. Well, detailed. It's almost like around 60 pages. So the president will get to a summary. If you go through the report, you realize that even the financial support to the report, you see that some people get less intervention, but they're getting more money. Some people getting more money with less intervention. It's well detailed and you like it. So we encourage you guys to put more time to read. And we'll also give you the link. So as you post, those that are doing the newspaper, you just post the link so they can just directly go to the report and get it. But this is the first of a kind of idea. We are not done this, I don't know when, send like bro for him to track the national development agenda. What we're tracking campaign promises. So this is not campaign promise, this is directly the development agenda of the country that we decided to track. So this is the first of a kind done by civil society organization. So I want to say thank you so much and thank you to the team that worked along. There are a lot of good people here who did the work I just speaking. If the question too tough for me, they will come in. This one project is supported by the Swedish government. It's supported by our democracy advancement program, sponsored by the Swedish embassy, and they're happy that we can do this for our country. So thank you and God bless you. Any question will you?
Yes. Yes, Eddie, thank you so much for the reports. My name is Anthony Gray and I report for ECOWAS Radio. If you are to be given a pen to place a grade or a scorecard for performances in the National Development Agenda as what you have just read, what will be the score?
I'll let you do that. I'll give you all the grade sheet. You do the analysis and release the score. Yeah, I get everything here.
Yeah. Well, it is the school is in passing mark or failing mark.
I mean, I said ongoing of the 378. That is about 165, right? So 165 of the two. In 1 year time, they are taking action now. We constituted 43.7%. Then we also get 3 completed. So if you do the calculation, we're talking about 44% action taken towards a particular day. So, I mean, to be fair, they are doing some work. And one other thing I wanted the report to know that for their report, we had to write the different ministry agencies, including Founder Ministry, all the different ministries. They were free to share all the information. Some. And we share all the information to give us a better understanding about exactly what is going on. If you don't share the information, it'll be difficult. We also rely on the media. We track all the different programs you offer now. We track the government ministry. We track the website. We do a lot to get the information. But I can tell you, most of the ministries were calling us and sending reports and were verifying our report. So I want to say also that also help a lot. Finance Ministry is our whole report that we also have to verify. So it's the partnership is improving between us and the government. I know people will not like most of the work we do, but some people think that we do the right thing. It was not like that in the past. We not have that type of cooperation.
Yeah. So my name is David Yates, and I work for the Data Observer Institute. Like you rightly said, in the past, we've been tracking campaign promises and so forth. But what inspired you at this time to track the president's promise, especially when it comes to the arrest agenda?
The government asked us to do it for them. So when we released the 100-day report, they said, you know, Eddie, the 100-day report basically campaign promises. It's not what we will actually do. We want to do the arrest agenda as a development summit. So we sat down with our partners, sat down with our friends. If the government said that this is what they want to do, let's do it. Because for this, for us, it will move. Because when we were tracking, well, I wanted some more from this, we didn't want to this. And we tried that with the CDC. Because we're the president, we sent all the documents, but we know they have the time to send them. But we tried to send this what they want to do. Everything here was the arrest agenda. It was just better to track it and going back to tracking, promising what they say, no, they put one of the year and I don't for. So they asked all the safety. If we can track the arrest agenda, I think we'll be good. This is what we're focusing on. And that's how we want to do it.
So were you consulted before releasing the report?
No.
Yeah. So my name is Archie Bowen, and I report for the Verity newspaper. I'm a bit concerned about the indicators mentioned where the government was able to have performed well and what are
You don't say that.
the lapses.
You can check. They report here everything. The president just one page, there's about 50 some more pages. If you read that, you'll see all that the government has done, the project, the different projects there. You see the different ministry agents and what they have done. Everything is in the report. But because of president, I can't read the entire report with you. So I will give you guys a report, you read the report, and on the radio, you can follow the report and get more information on what you need. I'll just do a summary of what. But it's very detailed report. They cover everything. We're talking about 378 promises. It's a lot of work to do. This has been one of the most difficult ones we've ever done in our university institution. Holidays, Sundays, everything we're working because we want to make sure it's better. I couldn't even paint it like that because it's in fear. It will leak. It's just a wrap from that. That's how sensitive it is. So that's why I love that. It's a very tough job, to tell you the truth. I don't care how much you do it, people always disagree with you. And that's it. People, oh yeah, either for the government or for the opposition, but we keep doing it because with this, and most of what is in this report, if achieved, is for the country, it's not party. And that's what we decided to say as an institution. Let's see how we can get this up and we encourage the public to read and hold the leader accountable. If you say you'll do it, do it. And if you keep doing it, then there'll be no way for any political party to just come and allow us to come to power. So it's the responsibility for you, the media, and us as civil society and the government. We're going to send copy to the president, we're going to send copy to all the different ministry agencies, and we're looking forward to challenge us in the report. But the good thing about the report is exactly what the government said they're going to do. We did not add anything. We also have a dashboard, the government had a dashboard. We're comparing everything, but we follow our law. And we don't consult with them to release our report. No. We're an independent institution.
Okay. My name is Yamoto. I report for Elaborate Investigative Newspaper. So this report it also provides our opportunity for citizens to make informed decisions to follow government's activities. But in doing so, you encounter some challenges. The last year, when you released this report, I don't remember you naming maybe 2 or 3 institutions, public institutions, could not go in your analysis to provide you information you needed to furnish a report. Now, this time again, you said some cooperated and some did not do so. I mean, it's spirit of transparency and openness. Who are those, or what are those institutions that are really coming out to provide information in the interest of the state? And secondly, comparing this current report to last year's report, if you were to talk about the government's working, I mean, at one time, you think the government had made progress.
Like I said, what we tracked the last report basically campaign promises, right? President Waka, the Unity Party, the manifesto. This is the first time to track the development agenda. Like the CDC had the PAPD, right? The PAPD. We did not track the PAPD because the way the collaboration, the perception was completely different. This time the government asked us to the Ministry of Finance to say, can you track this PAPD? This is how this is what we want to focus on. And most of what was said during the campaign also in the campaign. Yes. Most of what was said during the campaign also in the campaign. So we decided to track the campaign. So this is first time ever in the history of Nigeria to track a development agenda. So You can't compare it like that, right? But I think that there are some institutions, for example, Justice Ministry, the first institution will even call us and send report. And I can tell you openly that some ministers don't even know about the rest of them. So I'm not seeing it. We have to like literally take the commitment and share with them, say this is what the government says we will honor this. And you also know that each people have a lead. So transparency and accountability led by the Government Commission, a rule of law led by. So there are different responsible institutions, but for us, for now, I want to focus on the report. I want to focus on the report. You realize that almost 55% we don't have the information because it's not go to us. They go against it, not going against me. And we're looking at the government, we're not looking at individual owners. So I want to focus on the content of the report. You asked me question, I responded to it.
I want to go for that. Okay, you broke up news in this country almost like, I mean, you're a very good citizen journalism.
Yeah.
On the predator freedom.
Yeah.
Now the government, I don't want the question to make it that. But the government officially responded, and citizens are going to know that. I mean, MRU has attached to that.
I'm talking about my report.
But you are also talking about government certificates and government. Exactly,
I mean, like you said, this is the first time that you're tracking the arrest of the first was the campaign premises, and now basically on the development agenda. Well, does the report say, for example, you talk about 278, you said 3 have been fully completed, and maybe probably you can to all around the 3 that have been fully completed, and then secondly, you talk about some are ongoing. Were that the timeline attached to this because mind you that this report captured from January to December 2020.
And you like it? So we encourage you guys to promote and to read. We will also give you the link. So as you post, those that are doing the newspaper, you post the link so they can get directly go to the report. But this is the first of a kind of idea. We are not doing this, I don't know when, send like bro or phone to track the national development agenda. What we're tracking campaign promises. So this is not campaign promise, this is regulate the development agenda of the country that we decide to track. So this is the first of a kind done by civil society organization. So I want to say thank you so much and thank you to the team that worked along. There are a lot of good people here who did the work I just speaking. If the question too tough for me, they will come in. This is one project that's supported by the Swedish government. It's supported by our democracy advancement program, sponsored by the Swedish embassy, and they're happy that we can do this for our country. So thank you and God bless you. Any question will you?
Yes, Eddie, thank you so much for the report. My name is Anthony Gray, and I report for ECOWAS Radio. If you are to be given a pen to place a grade or a scorecard for performances in the national development agenda as what you have just read, what would be the score?
I'll let you do that. I'll give you all the grade sheet. You do the analysis and release the script. Yeah, I get everything here.
Yeah. Well, it is the score. Is it passing mark or failing mark?
I mean, I said ongoing of the 378. That is about 165, right? So 165 of the 2 in 1 year time they are taking action now. We constituted 43.7%. Then we also get 3 completed. So if you do the calculation, we almost 44% action taken towards a particular target. So I mean, to be fair, they are doing some work. And one other thing I want the report to know that for the report we have to write the different ministry agencies, including Founder Ministry, all the different ministries. They were free to share all the information. Some. And we will share all the information, give us a better understanding about exactly what is going on. If you don't share the information with us, it will be difficult. We also rely on the media, we track all the different programs you offer now, we track the government ministry, we track the website, we do a lot to get the information. But I can tell you, most of the ministries were calling us and sending reports and we were verifying our report. So I want to say also that also helped a lot. Finance ministry sent our whole report that we also have to verify. So it's the partnership is improving between us and the government. I know people will not like most of the work we do, but some people think that we do the right thing. It was not allowed in the past. We not have that type of cooperation.
So my name is David Yates, and I work for the Video Newspaper. Like you rightly said, in the past, we've been tracking campaign promises and so forth. But what inspired you at this time to track the president promise, especially when it comes to the arrest agenda?
The government asked us to do it for them. So when we released the 100-day report, they said, Eddie, the 100-day report basically campaign promises. It's not what we will actually do. We want to do the arrest agenda as a development summit. So we sat down with our
To all of you, many thanks for joining the conversation this wonderful Thursday morning, the 15th day in the month of January. We're going to have past the month, the 15th day. Trust me, we are into the middle of the month. But I'd like to welcome all of you to this wonderful day. The weekend is fast approaching. This is your breakfast info component program. The morning ride certainly back on your die. Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online, Cool YouTube channel 2, as well as Keep News and all of these outlets. Bring you all of the latest training events in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. What a pleasant way to welcome you folks. This is where we walk the walk and talk the talk. As usual, I have to shift the paradigm of our democracy. If we have sinned further than others, because we have stood on the shoulders of the giant. He who drinks to drown his worry should know. Worry knows how to swim. Walker Amunki Burks, Ambassador Vice here. So I kind of controls the television this morning, the radio, the sounds as well. All of the video he controls this morning. I'd like to welcome all of you. The promises to be great as usual, stimulative, thought provocative as we discuss critical national issues. Your views and opinions are well respected. What supersedes facts at the end of the day? You stick to what we discuss, you don't go outside of the box because I cut you off as usual and don't have no regret doing that. But I like to say welcome. I don't apologize to people because I do not use the three-letter words. Welcome. This is your program, and we're certainly here on this wonderful day. Welcome to all of you. But it's good to always be on the platform as usual. But we like to say to you, while you are also there, you have the chance to win for yourself some cash before we leave the program this morning. Before 10 o'clock, at least 4 or 5 persons can win while you're following the broadcast and discuss of critical national issues. You have the chance to play. And with our *255*3 hash, $50 Liberian wins you 5,000. And with our *79 and *11 hash, you play $100 Liberian and wins for yourself some fabulous cashes this morning. The cash is already at fabulous prices this morning. There are a lot of things. So you got *255*3 hash, 50 Liberian win for yourself 5,000 and above. You play *79 and *11 hash, $100 Liberian and win for yourself some very good prices this morning. But it's good to be here on this platform this morning. But welcome, Liberians. It's always welcome to say to all of you, let's have a good time together on this wonderful day. But it's going to be great. On this edition of the morning ride, Liberians, let us remember to unite ourselves and always try. But I want to start up with this morning, with this song, to all of you. Show me the way. This is Papa Wimba, taking you back. But I like to start up like this before we get into a very crucial and key discussion this morning, because as you may be aware or you're not aware, Liberia is among countries where the United States government has paused immigrant visa. We are among other countries. Why at this time? And some of the countries that we are listed among is troublesome, is worrying. But a lot of things we're going to talk about that on this edition. But show me the way. Let me welcome again to Liberia, Mother Media King. I'd like to say good morning to you. Welcome. Dr. Rex Dan, good morning to you as well. Good morning to all of you following the broadcast this wonderful day. Good morning to Mrs. Sisi Ibn of Tinker's Village, Mrs. Zoe Ibn, Blessing Ibn, Salolin as well, and the entire folks there in Tinker's Village. Have this wonderful time. This is Papa Wema. Start up with this.
If the government said that this is what they want to do, let's do it. Because for this, for us, it will move. Because when we were tracking, well, I wanted some more points. This, we want to 78. And we try that with the CDC. Because we're the president, we send all the documents, but we know that all the time we send it for. But we try to send this what they want to do. Everything here was the arrest agenda. It was just better to track it and going back to tracking. Promise what they say, no, the poor wanted to hear that and how to for all. So they ask all the safety. If we can track the arrest agenda, I think we'll be good. But this is what we focus on. And that's how we wanted to do.
So were they consulted before releasing the report?
No?
Yeah. So my name is Archie Bourne and I report for the Verity newspaper. I'm a bit concerned about the indicators mentioned where the government was able to have performed well and what are
You don't say that.
the lapses.
You can check. They report here everything. The president here one page, there's about 50 some more pages. If you read that, you'll see all that the government has done, the project, the different projects are there. You see the different ministry agencies, what they have done. Everything is in the report. But because of press statement, I can't read the entire report with you. So I will give you guys a report. You read the report, and on the radio, you can follow the report and be able to get more information on what you do. I just want summary of what. But it's very detailed report. They cover everything. We're talking about 278 premises. It's a lot of work to do. This has been one of the most difficult work we've ever done in our past institution. Holidays, Sundays, every day we're working because we want to make sure it's better. I couldn't even paint it like that because it's in fear. It will leak. It's just rough.
Let me say a speedy recovery to my two gorgeous, charming, beautiful daughters. You know, I don't know why the two kids just got sick together at the same time. You know, I'm talking about Brennan Anthony Brooks along with great net Veronica Natasha Brooks. Both of them not faring too well. So we're having a little tour on me, yes, actually, to see my two girls not faring too well. But I know they're gonna be okay. They're gonna be okay. Speedy recovery to both of them this morning. Okay, we need to show you the way, and the way is to get all of the latest information to all of you. Let me say good morning to the Deputy Inspector General of Police for Administration. You know, Waterworld, good morning to you. Yes, good morning to you. Yeah, the senior man said good morning to you. Yeah, the Mobile K. Williams, good morning to you. Hope you're doing pretty fine this wonderful, wonderful morning on this edition of the People's Program, the Morning Ride, and we're certainly here again on this edition of the Morning Ride. Folks, welcome, let's have a good time together on this edition of the People's Program. You know, Liberians, you know, but this is something that took Liberians by shock to see that the United States government had paused the issuance of immigrant visa. The entire process has been placed on hold, and Liberia is among other African countries. And some of the countries that we are among is so troubling that why did we find ourselves among some of the countries? While at this time, the United States government has frozen immigrant visa application processing for Liberia and 74 other countries as part of a broad review of immigrant screening procedure. We got that lately from Fox News yesterday when they reported. But the United States said they're going to review all of these things. And people are asking, is it that, you know, our permanent representative to the United Nations, Louis Bryan, you know, he did a very tough and hard speech quite recently after the arrest of the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, who was arrested along with his wife, taken in custody of the United States. And there were a lot of other things that were said in the process. But wherever you are, folks, but this is it, and this is where we are. You are listing us with country that, you know, we should not be among. You talk about Somalia, you talk about Cambodia, you talk about Iran. And what will Liberia be doing in that mix? So we got to be asking ourselves, and we expect ourselves to be a very strong partner to the United States, along with Somalia. You talk about the Democratic Republic of Congo, and you talk about, you know, I would say having a diplomatic review of our tie with the United States. What is happening? What is going wrong? Because as far as we're concerned at this time, we should have a smooth sailing. He said that the president of the United States, Donald Trump, is unpredictable. And quite recently, he was praising the president of the Liberia and saying, and we got huge number of folks who have come to Liberia. Investors are in the country from the United States to assess the investment climate of our country, but we're now having such a thing. It says that we have abused this thing. The last time around, they were talking about visa restriction. There were a lot of folks who were concerned part of last year, and I was among those journalists at the United States Embassy invited to make clarity on why Liberians were being denied and all of these things, overstay, and people would not, false information, all of these things. And I wanted us to speak to our people who did that, and that restriction was lifted. But this time around again, we are now hearing that we're part of other countries. That these, the frozen of the immigrant visa processing have now been frozen. Why Liberia at this time? So we talk about the A3, and we just want to sit. And we're just being one of the countries that hosted our flag at the United Nations Security Council as a non-permanent member. But we have now seen this. It says the Boakai Kun administration still yet to understand what is international diplomacy or international relations, or this is just the making, or we have overstepped our bound and we are waiting more than we can chew. But according to the United States State Department, they were being very clear what is stated. The U.S. government insists that the measure is not punitive. In a statement, the United States Department said the pause aims to bring an end to the abuse of America's immigrant system and to prevent the entry of foreign nationals likely to rely on public assistance. The immigrant visa processing from these 75 countries will be paused until the State Department reassesses immigrant processing procedures. The statement said, emphasizing that the action falls under the long-standing public charge of rule. So where we are now, this is where we find ourselves. Why Liberia? Why are we among all the other Liberia inclusion in the immigrant visa pause underscores the fragility of gains made on the front when geopolitical tension have gotten to a stage all around the world. But the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in a statement issued, and they want to say to the public, in a statement, the Liberian Foreign Ministry sought to reassure the public, stressing that the pause does not constitute a ban on U.S. visa and applies only to immigrant visa leading to permanent residency. So, not that the ban off was going, but to talk about immigrant visa. But we understand that it's going to affect students and other folks who are traveling, and there are a lot of missing action as it relates to this thing that is currently happening to our country. Now they say non-immigrant visa, so we get this thing clear because a lot of folks are complaining that non-immigrant visa, they talk about non-immigrant travel for tourism, study, and business remain open according to them. The minister said, adding that the government is engaging the U.S. authority through diplomatic channels to seek clarification and advocate for fair treatment of Liberian applicants. So we want to lay the case to rest. It said for immigrant visa, but non-immigrant travel for tourism, study, business remain open. You can apply. So, but we want to see that we work on this thing and hope that the government can help that the immigrant visa and all of these things. We believe that a sustainable and peaceful resolution can only be formed through constructive dialogues, and we hope our government can engage the United States government to make sure that we can be found among other countries, because some of the countries that are listed to see Liberia among those countries, we don't deserve to be among those countries. And we think that you talk about Somalia, Afghanistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Thailand, among nations affected by the indefinite pause. And it takes effect on January 21. So a couple of days from now, that's when it's going to take effect. But we're going to be looking at all of these things. But here is the main thing that we're going to look at this morning on the first talking segment of the program. You know, Namut have given a report on the Boracay Kun administration on some of the promises, some of the initiatives that she has initiated, she has kick-started or yet to start with all of these things. But yet is Eddie Jawolo making all of these things as you listen to the broadcast this morning. Listen with comprehension. This is not my making, but this is a report from a civil society group that normally all of the governments that have come and gone, they've been able to assess them over the last couple of years in our democracy and the smooth transition of power, and we have had successful elections. So listen to Eddie Jawolo.
So the way we do this report, they have 4 different ways of rating it. One is completed. It means that it can be proven, you can see everything that is completed. Second, it's ongoing, it means that the government is taking some action toward that particular promise but not being completed. The third one is not started, it means that we're proving that you have not started anything on this, so we can't rate it. The fourth one is that we check all over and there's no information anywhere that you are taking any action on those promises. And those promises would be like the government has not released information, there's no data or anything. So if you look at everything broken down, it constituted 55.5% of not rated and not started. Then we also look at 165 interventions constituting 43.7% show some level of action. So it means that on the total 378, 165 interventions the government has taken some action on. So they are ongoing. Then overall, three interventions constituting 0.8% completed. So in 1 year, of the 378, only 3 promises actually completed constituting 0.8%. So if we look at the 0.8%, this is the 7th year of the government, meaning that the government has a lot of work to do in order to ensure that this particular arrest agenda is fully implemented, or else it will just be like the other stuff. What we also did, we did the rating per pillow. So with the 6 pillow, we want to see which pillow ahead of which pillow. So if you look at this, if you look at the report, it's a mix. So you realize that governance and anti-corruption constitute 56.9% activation. Activation means that this particular pillow get more work, focus, more action taken than all the other pillows. Followed by environmental sustainability, we constitute 46.7% activation. It means that that particular pillow, 56.7% action has been taken on the commitment made. Then you come to infrastructure development, 55.3% activation. So that's the analysis per pillow. But if we also look at this infrastructure development, we realize that a lot of work has been supported by international partners also. Then we come to the issue of digital governance, reform, donor support, climate initiative, all the different things. One of the pillars that are not getting much support is the pillar on human capital development, which activation rate is about 36.7%. And that particular pillar look at health and education. So only the health and education pillar, very little happened in that area. Then again coming by again with the economic transformation. So these 2 pillars are the least among the 6 pillars. So let's see some of the things that the government are taking action on. The government made progress, including the establishment of World Economic Crime Code Office, bringing up the biometric registration process. You know, before the president put a hold, they have reached 710,000 citizens, constituting 14% of the entire country. But the government promised that before 2029, they will reach more than 5 million people being enrolled into the biometric system. Then also realize that the government is doing a lot around what they call e-procurement system. So they started the e-procurement system that going on. And then based on legislative reform, looking at the issue of the tourism bill. So to do a summary of the 6 pillars, so I will give you the report. Economic transformation have 80 interventions. Of the 80 interventions, 2 completed, constituting 1.5% of that particular pillar. Ongoing is 26, constituting 32.5%. Not rated is 2, constituting 2.5%. Not rated is 50, constituting 62.5%. So when you look at the pillar, activation rate in total is 35%. Infrastructure development, they have 47 interventions, what we call promises. 0 completed. Ongoing, 26, constituting 55.3%. Now rated, 18, constituting 38.3%. Now started, now rated 3, constituting 6.5. So we look at this particular pillow, it's 55.3% activation. The whole activations that mean that they are focused a little bit in that area, right? They are looking. Rule of law, 35 intervention, which we call promises. 1 completed, constituting 2.9%. Ongoing, 16, 45.7%. Now started, 7, is 20%. Now rated, 11, 31.4%. Total activation is 48.6%. Kind of governance and anti-corruption, we have 58 intervention, 0 completed, 33 ongoing, constituting for 56.9%. Now started 12 is 20.7%. Now rated 13 is 22.4%. Activation rate is 56.9%. So this particular period get a high activation rate. They mean that there are more work happening on any particular sector. Environmental sustainability, 30 intervention, 0 completed. 7 ongoing, constituting 56.7%. Then you come to now started, 5, 16.7%. Now rated 8, 26.7%. Total activation rate is 56.7%. So these are the 2 key pillars that have more action taken place. Then you come to human capital development, it's higher, it's the 128 intervention, non-completed. Ongoing, 47, constituting 36.7%. Now started, 32, 25%. Now rated, meaning there's no information about what happening in the areas, 49%. 49, constituting 38.2%. The total activation rate is 36.7%. Then we count the human capital development. Okay. So total is total intervention 378, completed 3, 0.8, ongoing 135 is 43.7%. Now started 76, 20.1%. Now rated 134, constituting 35.4%. The total overall stuff is around 44.5%. So this is the report. We'll give you copies. Well detailed. It's almost like around 60 pages. So the president will get to a summary. If you go to the report, you realize that even the financial support to the report, you see that some people get less intervention, but they're getting more money. Some people getting more money with less intervention. It's well detailed and you like it. So we encourage you guys to put more time to read. We will also give you the link. So as you post, those that are doing the newspaper, you just post the link so they can get directly go to the report and get it.
Meeting, and these are your report cards. Some of the promises you made. NAMO department, the partner for democracy in Nigeria, have given her own understanding. When the government take these reports or the analysis, understanding in good faith, when supporters of the Unity Party like government say yes, we take it, and the promises, the reports we see it in good faith, is not the making from opposition political party, or you see it as something that is politically motivated, or you do not see sincerity in this report, or you see political undertone intended to blame or to pin the government back. Because we saw so many reports during the regime of former CDC, during the regime of former President George Weah, that a lot of folks who said he was a surrogate of the Unity Party. Today, he's making a report. And we said these things before. Now, the CDC is off, and the Unity Party is in, and this is the very same report again coming on them, tracking all of the promises during campaign period, some commitment that government may initiate, all of these things. What do you make of this report? I will play this again for you to take your time to listen to it. Do you sense anything of politics mixed into this thing, or you see sincerity, and this could be a guiding process for the government to say, yes, we make commitment to these people, we have come to rescue, we must be able to play our part, must be able to deliver, and there should be no room for excuses. Now, or you're going to take a carpet for the past regime, who some of the reports were being seen as politically motivated, and Eddie Jawolo Namo were being seen as a auxiliary of the Unity Party. Today, will it still be seen, or will the Unity Party now see it as an auxiliary of the CC or the opposition bloc? But I'd like to say good morning and welcome again to Mother Pamir King. Corazon Tiade, good morning to you, Akinta, and the rest of the folks there. Hope you guys are doing well. But we're here and still holding the grind, making Liberia better. But everything that you try to do is always great to have you being part of the conversation. But this is the morning ride, and this is where we are, and it's always good to have you this morning. Listen to this again.
The government made progress, including establishment of what office. This is the first of a kind in Nigeria. We are not doing this, I don't know when, send my brother for it, to track the national development agenda. What we've been tracking campaign promises. So this is not campaign promises, they are regulate the development agenda of the country that we decided for. So this is the first of a kind done by civil society organization. So I want to say thank you so much and thank you to the team that worked along. There are a lot of good people here who didn't work, I'm just speaking. If the question too tough for me, they will come in. This one project that is supported by the Swedish government. It's supported by our democracy advancement program, sponsored by the Swedish embassy, and they're happy that we can do this for our country. So thank you and God bless you. Any question we?
Yes, Eddie, thank you so much for the report. My name is Anthony Gray and I report for ECOWAS Radio. If you are to be given a pen to place a grade on a scorecard for performances in the National Development Agenda as what you have just read, what will be the score?
I'll let you do that. I'll give you all the grade sheet. You do the analysis and release the score. Yeah, I get everything here.
Yeah. Well, it is the score. Is it passing mark or failing mark?
I mean, I said ongoing of the 378. That is, it's about 165, right? So 165 of the two. In 1 year time, they are taking action on that. We constituted 43.7%. Then we also get 3 completed. So if you do the calculation, we're talking about 44% action taken towards a particular target. So, I mean, to be fair, they are doing some work. And one other thing I want the report to know that for their report, we had to write the different ministry agencies, including Founder Ministry, all the different ministries. They were free to share all the information, some. And we share all the information to give us a better understanding about exactly what is going on. If you don't share the information, it will be difficult. We also rely on the media, we track all the different programs over now, we track the government ministry, we track the website, we do a lot to get the information. But I can tell you, most of the ministries were calling us and sending reports and were verifying our report. So I want to say also that also helped a lot. Finance ministries have a whole report that we also have to verify. So the partnership is improving between us and the government. I know people would not like most of the work we do, but some people think that we do the right thing. It was not allowed in the past. We not have that type of cooperation.
Yeah. So my name is David Yates, and I work for the Video Newspaper. Like you rightly said, in the past, we've been tracking campaign promises and so forth. But what inspired you at this time to track the president's promise, especially when it comes to the address agenda?
The government asked us to do it for them. So when we released the 100-day report, they said, Eddie, the 100-day report basically campaign promises. It's not what we will actually do. We want to do the arrest agenda as a development summit. So we sat down with our partners, sat down with our friends. If the government said that this is what they want to do, let's do it. Because for this, for us, it will move. Because when we were tracking, well, I wanted some more problems. This, people want to case. And we try that with the CDC. Because we're the president, we send all the documents, but we know how the time we send it. But we try to send this what they want to do. Everything here was the arrest agenda. We're just better to track it and going back to tracking. Promise what they say, no, they put one of the year that I don't for. So they ask all the safety. If we can track the arrest agenda, I think we'll be good. But this is what we focus on. And that's how we want them to do.
So were they consulted before releasing the report?
No.
Yeah. So my name is Archie Bourne and I report for the Verity newspaper. I'm a bit concerned about the indicators mentioned where the government was able to have performed well and what are
you don't say that.
the lapses.
You can they report you everything. The press statement just one page, there's about 50 some more pages. If you read that, you'll see all that the government has done, the project, the different projects are there. You see the different ministry agents and what they have done. Everything is in the report. But because of press statement, I can't read the entire report with you. So I will give you guys a report. You read the report, and on the radio, you can follow the report and get more information on what you do. I'll just do a summary of what. But it's very detailed report. They cover everything. We're talking about 278 premises. It's a lot of work to do. This has been one of the most difficult ones we have ever done in our university institution. Holidays, Sundays, everything we're working because we want to make sure it's better. I couldn't even paint it like rubber because the same fear it will leak. It's just a wrap from that. That's how sensitive it is. So that's how I look like. It's a very tough job, to tell you the truth. I don't care how much you do it, people always disagree with you. And that's it. People, oh yeah, either for the government or for the opposition, but we keep doing it because with this, and most of what is in this report, if achieved, is for the country, it's not party. And that's what we decided to say as an institution. Let's see how we can get this up and we encourage the public to read and hold their leader accountable. If you say you'll do it, do it. And if you keep doing it, then there'll be no way for any political party to just come and allow us to come to power. So it's the responsibility for you, the media, and us as civil society and the government. We're going to send copy to the president, we're going to send copy to all the different ministry agencies, and we're looking forward to challenge us on the report. But the good thing about the report is exactly what the government said they're going to do. We did not add anything. We also have a dashboard, the government had a dashboard. We're comparing everything, but we follow our law. And we don't consult with them to release our report. No. We're an independent institution.
Okay. My name is Bamoto. I report for Elaborate Investigative Newspaper. So this report also provides our opportunity for citizens to make informed decisions to follow government's activities. But in doing so, you encounter some challenges. The last year when you released this report, I don't remember you naming maybe 2 or 3 institutions, public institutions.
Okay, so you listen to the report on the Unity Party-led government on issues, as in confronting the government promises made, and we have heard all of these things. In the past, these very same people made reports on the previous government, the immediate past government, as a matter of fact, and there were a lot of condemnation. We now see the repeat of that. And now we've been faced with this issue of the insurance that been paused on the issue of the immigrant visa, those who travel into the United States. But the the foreign ministry in Liberia, the Liberia foreign ministry have also made it clear to people that you should not panic. And there are things that are currently taking place in the country. There are things that's going well, and they will engage the United States government to make sure that these things are well into place. You should not be deterred. Those who go on non-immigrant travel tourism visas for study, for business, and all of these things should rest assured that these things are open. You can apply, but you will get it. But Liberians are concerned. Why they say that we will be among some of the countries that have never seen peace before, countries like Somalia, countries like Afghanistan, DR Congo, and other countries, Venezuela, and but we wait to see. But the ministry are able to talk to Liberians. I know rest assured these things going to happen. But you listen to Namo's report on the government of Liberia yesterday. I followed the discussion on the heat. But this report is not. Once I put this report together, this is a report. This is a civil society. They do the survey. The people, the catalog, the track promises made on doing campaign people, when government, officials, representatives, senators are campaigning. There are a lot of promises, there are a lot of things. So sometimes you say these things. When the people say these things to you, we'll obey rules, we will do this, we will do that, and after a period of time, you got people who take record of these things and they will not just let it go, they will follow all of these things. But when you are just there to listen and you don't take record of these things, so at times that's when you say, oh no, the people lie, or the people did not lie, the people did not say this. But this is where we are in Ambassador, good morning.
Ambassador, good morning. And it's important, when you discuss this recent development from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to Liberia. Liberians themselves are asking, where have we gone wrong that will be among other nations especially with our tie with the United States.
Is it that were permanent representative to the United Nations with the recent
recent statement.
With the recent incident
Yeah.
when President Nicolas Maduro and his wife were arrested.
Yeah.
The presidential palace in Caracas in Venezuela and taken to the United States government where they are in the United States government custody, and the Pastor Louis Brown was being cleared and he was behind that we must choose diplomacy over violence and all of these things. He said that his dissenting opinion could be part of what we are now facing because this take effect on the 21st of January.
Like you are saying, we
said that
were the
we should
front
not
runner of
speak
the A3 statement.
Yeah.
And there have been a lot of mixed reactions about such a process but the other Liberians are concerned because, this reality that folks have to leave. Some go for medical reasons, some go for educational process, some are going for seminar.
Yeah, but they said this is not a travel ban. That's why they have stated this is not a travel ban. It's a decision that has, nevertheless, it's not anything but so we are looking at these things, and everybody. A lot of fear right now for folks who are currently in the United States on immigration visa, where they travel and they having such fear. So
the pause of the issuance of certain immigrant visa affected other countries like Liberians are concerned.
Yeah, we are among 74 countries. The countries are 75, and but to see Liberia there, knowing our historical tie with the United States, and where we recently had the issue of visa restriction, and we were able to talk it out, and it was lifted, and we're back into immigrant visa where we've been listed among countries. Some countries have never known peace. Why we find ourselves there, we need to be asking, is it that we have been able to abuse it and do some other things? Why we should be listed among countries like Somalia?
Why would you be among other countries like Somalia?
Afghanistan. You got to put it in the poor way.
But like the minister reassured Liberian again.
Yeah, she was being very quick.
That other existing valid visa still remain.
Yeah.
It's not been revoked.
Yeah. So you can apply. That's what she said.
Yeah.
The ministry said that look, relax, don't be afraid. These things can happen actually.
Yeah, and it will only affect only visa that grant permanent resident status in the United States, which is commonly known as the green card. So this will include family-based visa, employment-based visa, diversity visa program, and other immigrant classifications. So if there's something where your people sending for you to go stay, to go work, those ones are on pause. But if it is for other purpose, that you are going for student exchange program, you are going for business, education, you are going for other temporary purpose will continue to be normally processed, while it's upon, if you're going for tourism, yeah, you can go there. But the other ones that will have to require a permanent status, there will be. Of recent, the United States and people have been going through a really tough time. A lot of shooting in America, a lot of issues that are not going well with the state, and there are measures taken. But one will be asking, why are we like among all of those nations? But like the ministry have said, the public should remain so much confident and reassured and rely on these official communication, that these are issues, to inform Liberians about them, and the government will continue to accurately update Liberians and Liberians that on the non-immigrant travel for tourism, study, and business purposes, it remain open. The holder of valid United States visa may continue traveling in accordance with U.S. immigration law and regulations. So it's also good. But you know, it's also good that when these regulations come on, reasons. You know, the last time when several conversations were on with the then United States ambassador, they raised a lot of issues. For instance, some of the reasons why Liberians were being denied at times, people say, oh, they deny me because others that were going ahead. Some people go for 3 months, they will stay there perpetually. People go for a conference, funerals. They run away hard and serve in the poor country. You see. So when they check the record, those who going for those kind of thing, 3 months, 6 months, you going for just short period of time, and you can't come back, they can't see. So it pulls that risk for others who won't go. They say, oh, if you are going for 3 months, going for 6 months, like you will behave like other people. So it's, the actions of other Liberians also started to affect other Liberians traveling. And that was really concerning, was an issue. And even though asking other Liberians that left, when you won't travel to America, go there, come back. Yeah. Because you can't leave your country and you think other people come and fix your country for you. You have to fix it. So if you leave and go to other people's place and you leave your own country, you can't come back there. Who then will come and fix it? So Liberians was encouraged. He said, don't go there, go there. The time you're going for, the purpose, you move. Imagine, Liberians go there, they got houses here, but they go in America, they live on the street. They become beggars. They can't move. You see. And some of them, or a lot of them at times, are caught up in some unfortunate situations, and it brings some tinted issues onto the country also. But it's good, like the ministry of show Liberians should go. If you go for study purpose, after study, come back. Because you are going to advance yourself and come back. If you're going for tourism purpose, you're going for a business purpose. I'm aware, someone was telling me a story that one of their church pastor, I'm not going to call his name, but they sent him over a conference. He left there. To the extent, the church know that he in America, when he's there, he's doing cartoon work. So you see. So the purpose of which he was on here or there, he has abandoned the entire cause. So and these things also pose other hindrance to other Liberians going on. So I want to say thanks to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Remember, there have been a lot of development coming from that area, but it says this temporary halt of immigrant visa will be looked at, and they are working so much seriously to make sure that these things will go in time. Since it's temporary, it's not forever, it's not permanent, we know that it will be opened. And we hope that we ourselves can conduct ourselves in a manner, form a manner upon that will help see the country and say, yeah, Liberia can be among or placed in this category, let them be on the other side. Or let relief, this kind of Liberia should be among them. It's important, it's good. But we'll say welcome to all of you on today. You know, like the ambassador said, the recent NAMO survey and the report being up is issues that need to be looked at. And NAMO, in its own process, like the ambassador said, a lot of you aspiring for these elected positions, you make a lot of promises to the people. And when some of these promises are tracked, you see a lot of failure in some of you. They will say something and don't do it. And it also brings synonymous to government working. Government coming to power, we will say yes, we will do this, we will do this. They give us the position. In the next 2 years or the next 3 years, we will make sure health, sanitation, and all these issues will be settled. But then at the end of the day, you see that those things, either it becomes a project ongoing and it's not completed, or it becomes a project or a promise made to the people of the country or the district that even it is not being touched. Some are left halfway, some are being abandoned, some, nothing at all being done about that. But NAMO captured 378 premises under the arrest agenda. And remember, NAMO is a partner for democratic development. They have released the latest assessment report on the government, which is said pointed out very huge gaps in fulfilling promises made by the ruling Unity Party under the agenda, that is the arrest agenda. And these reports are there to strengthen government or governance, to see where you, or whence you have come from, where you are, and where you are going to take the people. And in our report, they said that 0.8% of planned interventions fully completed. That is between January and December 2025. So it's good. So it's good that even the ruling Unity Party can sit and look in a closet and see and say, yes, this is where we were. This is how far we have come. And this is what we have done. Because, mind you, some may even say they have been evident in past government. They sit and you hear all the noise, they will blow their own horns and say they're doing this, doing this. At the end of the day, sometimes you begin to check and see or look around and say, all the noise are going on, what really they think they are doing? What are really they doing? And that's how funny I've been saying. It's good that they look at this report in very serious good faith. Not just something that, oh yeah, they come again, oh, they come and criticize the government. All the good work the government doing. What are the good work? They need to look at this in good faith and see that there are areas they need to improve on. You see?
We saw a couple of reports during the immediate past government.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those reports were condemned by supporters of the government and people who sat in key government positions.
Yeah.
And this identical institution was also being branded as an auxiliary of the Unity Party. Eddie Jallo being referred to as a surrogate in the inflow of the Unity Party in opposition.
Mm-hmm.
So they were being used to blackmail or to bring the government and to make the government very unpopular and disconnect the government to the people. Now, today, the Unity Party finds herself back into government position, and this report now is on hold. How will she take it? Will she now see it and brand this report that is a making from people in the opposition, or these are reality, these are something that they should see in good faith and confront themselves and say, there were promises made during that campaign. We told the people we were going to rescue them. We told the people we were going to uplift them from poverty, from other things. There are a lot of things we were going to do. But I think we're gradually going to race against time. If care is not taken, we might just catch ourselves pens down.
Sure, and that's what you're saying. They delay.
Yeah, because, you know, I listened to what Honorable Father said the last time when he appeared on State Radio. And it just seemed like they said, look, and that's why it's always good, the first thing of any government is to get some things done properly. Because the formulation of government, even up to this time, government has still not yet completed.
No. There are still vacant positions.
Key positions are still open.
Yeah.
And so all of these things, consultation, you're having agreement with other partners. There are requirements before you meet up with some of those things to start to achieve it. It's going to take time. So, but if you set those things in a proper perspective and put mechanism in order, you can achieve it, and people see that, look, then we can give you a second chance. But if you think that you're on holiday and the people stood in the rain and the sun,
well, I only the people waiting for that they will just vote you.
And you think you have total control over time.
Yeah.
And you can pause it at any time, and it will just be like that, and you think you hit at what time. But let me frank, I think this government, now there should be no excuse.
But the government's already in the tail, yeah.
Yes.
They need to look at this report with clear mind and work out for the people of this country. We can't be having government come to power and promise. They can't fulfill the promise. Imagine they talk about completed intervention at just 0.8. 3, they talk about the construction of the 17,000 cubic meter gasoline storage tanker or the tank. The establishment, that's one, the establishment of the modern petroleum testing laboratory. That's two. The passage of the 2025 Liberia National Tourism Act, and along with the National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights. Those are the projects they are completed. And the others, that one they have touched. They are touched, but they have not completed them yet.
So,
and one thing about
so can we say now that if with Namo and they giving that thing, can we say now, I want people to be honest. Nobody hold me. I did not say it. This is the report. I'm going to ask one very hard question. Can we say now that former President George Bush should not be voted 2021? Because he himself asked that if they can show. So,
oh yeah, okay.
You get it
now,
right?
Yeah, I'm getting you now.
So because he said if the government can show one project, because it might be infrastructure, it might be a project that
Yes, let's show anything.
Yeah. So now we how many there? 3 or 4?
There, I see 3. Yeah, 3 here, and addition with we got to combine the Tourism Act and the National Action Plan on Business and Human Rights.
Yeah.
So the construction of a 17,000 cubic meter gasoline storage tank.
Yes.
The establishment of the modern petroleum laboratory, and the passage of the Tourism Act along with the National Action Plan.
So
these are the ones they completed.
So in case instead of the government showing it now, the people who normally track, because there's even was lawmakers, the campaign people. That's why the people always.
But they go to lawmakers.
Yes, they want to go to the district and say.
Some of them were talking around here, talking
BBTN. They said this one, the normal. But let's go for Eddie again before we go to the lines, because we need to talk about some other things this morning.
Intervention constituting 43.7% shows some level of action. So it means that on the total 378, 165 intervention the government has taken some action on. So they are ongoing. Then overall, three intervention constituting 0.8% completed. So in 1 year, of the 378, only 3 premises actually completed, constituting 0.8%. So if we look at the 0.8%, this is the 7th year of the government, meaning that the government has a lot of work to do in order to ensure that this particular arrest agenda is fully implemented, or else it will just be like all stuff. What we also did, we did the rating per pillow. So with 6 pillows, we want to see which pillow ahead of which pillow. So if you look at this, if you look at the report, it's a mix. So you realize that governance and anti-corruption constitute 56.9% activation. Activation means that this particular pillow get more work, focus, more action taken than all the other pillows. Followed by environmental sustainability, we constitute 46.7 activation. It means that that particular pillow, 56.7% action has been taken on the commitment made. Then you come to infrastructure development, 55.3% activation. So that's the analysis per pillow. But if we also look at this infrastructure development, we realize that a lot of work has been supported by international partners also. Then we come to the issue of digital governance, reform, donor support, climate initiative, all the different things. One of the pillars that are not getting much support is the pillar on human capital development, which activation rate is about 36.7%. And that particular pillar look at health and education. So only the health and education pillar, very little has been done in that area. Then again coming by again with the economic transformation. So these 2 pillars are the least among the 6 pillars. So let's see some of the things that the government are taking action on. The government made progress, including the establishment of World Economic Crime Code Office, bringing up the biometric registration process. Before the president put a hold, they have reached 710,000 citizens, constituting 14% of the entire country. But the government promised that before 2029, they will reach more than 5 million people being enrolled into the biometric system. Then also realize that the government is doing a lot around what they call e-procurement system. So they sell the e-procurement system that going on. and then there's some legislative reform looking at the issue of the tourism bill. So to do a summary of the 6 pillars, so I will give you the report. Economic transformation have 80 interventions. Of the 80 interventions, 2 completed, constituting 1.5% of that particular pillar. Ongoing is 26, constituting 32.5%.
Not coming from the ambassadors. It's not coming from the sheriff. Is that what the sheriff is saying here? No. Remember, like we said to you, this is a democratic development partners. And NAMO has been around for a long while. Since 2001, NAMO have been here. It's a non-profit organization, but they are partners for democratic development. They come together and supported by international partners. They focus on promoting democracy, human rights, peace building, and civic engagement through research, advocacy, and youth development. This is what they are saying. They have carried on their own assessment as an institution. And they have now placed out a report. Now they are pointing issues. And you see, one thing is some of the issues that they talk about, there's no information about them. You see, and I want people to watch out for. Because if you are a government institution and you are there, taxpayer money given to you, and there's no record of your functionality.
Just as you said, and this is where sometimes, the problem comes from. That we normally ask that people provide this information to the public.
Sure.
Because sometimes these guys are working behind the scene. But if the people are not told about what you involve into what you're doing, then people feel that you are not doing anything.
You do nothing, seriously.
So when you provide the information and you give access to people to have access to the information to your workings, they will provide it to the public get to know that you're not dormant.
Sure.
And these institutions are not just there consuming and not providing any services to the country. But if you sit on it and you think people need to strain to go and do that, but folks,
you do it yourself.
Yeah. So the public will have the perception that you are doing absolutely nothing. And at the end of the day, you will be struggling when the appropriate time comes. You want to make clarity and they'll ask you, time has already caught up with you. Why 9? You should have said this long time before. But while you also following the broadcast this morning, you have the chance to win some access on cash. This morning, 5,000, 10,000, you have stars, 255 star 3 hash, $50 wins you 5,000, or you have star 79 star 11 hash. Trust me, I will call somebody to tell, and you will take me later. So you have star 255 star 3 hash, $50. Play multiple. Don't go play one time. You go say, I play 2, 3, 4, 5 times. You win 5,000, 10,000. You have star 799 star 11 hash. You win for yourself some very fabulous prizes this morning. Something surprises coming up this morning. So keep playing and we'll follow the broadcast while we discuss critical national issues into our country. But this is where we are. Shortly we'll go to the lines and we want to hear from you. And again, if you sitting and cannot understand exactly what we're discussing, don't bother to call.
Just sit and listen.
Just sit, listen. You don't have to call, please. And go to where or go to talk about something that is far from what we are discussing. We don't need that from anybody this morning. You want to participate, make sure that you understand exactly what's being discussed and you are informed and know the topic under discussion that you can help to make your input on. So we don't want you calling to kind of ask for question where we get an answer for. Or because I'm in a mood to cheat anybody all this morning. I'm in a mood to make any clarity. So you move away from your radio and you listen to all of what we discuss. We discuss the issue of the visa, the immigrant visa, and that Nigeria is part of 75 countries around the world that imports the processing of acquiring the visas imports until otherwise but there are other visas stay open. So they said the immigrant visa processing from these 75 countries will be paused until the State Department reassesses immigrant processing procedure. The statement said emphasizes that the action falls under the long according to the long-standing public charge rule. And it's for so the international religion, timing matters, all of these things, that even the policy is global and its impact on newly vocal actors, that the A3 sends a message about the cost of the 5 major powers. So what I was tipping the reasons why we found ourselves. So let's hear from you. Call us on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the two numbers you can call us on this morning. The lines are activated, and you can weigh in this morning and speak to what we have discussed this morning. Call us on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers to call us on to be part of the conversation on this wonderful, wonderful day. Let's hear from you as you speak to some of these issues this morning. You stick to what we discussed, and let's hear from you. This is a report not by us, but by other folks who have been able to observe the process over the period of time. So we are here this morning as you listen to the broadcast from wherever you are. So we are here to listen to you and listen to the concern. But while you're also there, you have the chance to win for yourself. So catch this morning, you guys. Star 255 star 3 hash, $50 win you 5,000, or you got star 799 star 11 hash. Got a lot of stuff on this morning. Good morning again to Mrs. Zizi EBN. Good morning to Mrs. Dorothy BN, Salome Lesson, and to all of you in Tingas Village. Hope you're having a wonderful time this Thursday. Let me say good morning to and speed of recovery to the two girls. You know, Daddy loves you guys, but I don't know why you guys will get stick together. You know, Brenda Lane, Antoinette Brooks, Whitney, Veronica, Natasha Brooks, the two people. Yeah, I don't know what show my financial strength in one test or what. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Well, I can't complain. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am James calling from the quarter. Regarding those immigrant visa, I mean, United States also should learn to give Labras some respect based on their tie. Because we live in Labras, Afghanistan, country next to Mongolia.
Yeah, just squeeze all the money. Kind of funny country. Tourist country. Country I've never known peace. What would they do then?
British country respect their colonies, they respect no country.
And Nigeria part of it, go around country then.
The United States should be giving Labras some respect, actually. Against anything.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You're live on the radio.
Yeah, this is Momo calling from Ikematan. So, quickly to review that, the number report should be taken seriously. You know, Jaro have been one person who have been around and making series of recommendations. Like you said, the past government did not take those recommendations seriously. That's why today they are not being government. And today they see Jaro have come up with, they see number report.
Yeah, I see Eddie Jowell stay around.
Yes, I think it is about time that this government look at that report and see it as tools that they can work on. And all of what you guys read this morning, I think it's glaring. And that's why we always say that it is not good for the government to be blowing their own horn. Like Jaro said, there are things that this government said or they are doing that they don't have no account of. I think this is about time that people who have projects that they are doing should be able to relate to the media.
No, when we're telling them, they think that, but you've got more Ali who wants to go and blow it. You get no one's out guessing who want to sit and talk about what all the government doing. But yesterday we were in opposition, they were sitting at our feet, our doors. But today they are attempting to demand God, what the government to contend with.
And that is wrong. And I'm sure, and I'm recommending the president to take this report, to read this report, to act on this report. We are in the 3 years of this government. So if we check, we should be reaching the 2029.
No, don't worry.
The president should use a report and shake up the cabinet.
It's time for, look, there are a lot of folks sitting on the bench that need to come on.
They not come and other people there, they on holiday, they feel that they still having time in their favor. Let them go sit down.
They shutting down normal activity at the offices for the birthday celebration. They will shut down activity because you director, you minister, so your birthday, so nobody should work that day. So because my birthday now, I shouldn't come to work.
Yeah.
Nobody's supposed, no money ride, no heat.
You run the ministry as per your thinking. That's how it is. The way you feel and think.
Yeah, because you're close to the power that be.
But you don't know you're affecting the government.
Yeah, but you will campaign knowing it or unknowing it against yourself. Then tomorrow you look for people to shift the blame on that the other folks did yesterday. Today they still living with that and still trying to say we brought them down. You brought yourself down, and we still seeing this happening in this current government. We know folks are bringing this government down. And if President Baga do not wake up and smell the coffee, something will smell him. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're talking about people putting you in the midst of Somalia and everything. But you can check your immigration. Check who doing the Apple visa for immigration now. A different company from different nationalities.
You're not forced to just call on radio people and get money in your phone.
Mr. Brooks, and good morning to Mr. Nat.
Go ahead, sir.
This is Joseph Escamba, and I'm from District Number 6, Commonwealth County. It's a pleasure joining you guys this morning on this interesting topic on our discussion. Let me begin by saying congratulations to him for that clarity report. I think they did extensive research to bring and to gather some of these reports and getting some of these percentages.
Provided why the government will take it seriously or do not see it as one of the reports that is politically motivated and see it as though like, these are detractors, these are people who want to take our attention on what we are doing. Other than at the end of the day.
The realities are there. When it comes to uncompleted projects, they are there. That is glaring. So you don't have to say it's critical. That's why some of us we support the unity party-led government, but when the wrong things are done, we have to stand firm because we want a better thing from them. For instance, if you have your child that you love, you have to instill disciplines in that child and make sure that that child is properly read, that tomorrow they can become a better representations of who you are. So that's part of us supporting the unity party-led government. I want to urge the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Dr. Joseph Boakai, to look at this report and do some, exchange. Take some people from the ministries and the agency directors. Some of them, they need to be kept aside. They are not innovative. They are not strategic. They are not creative to ensure that their arrest agenda comes to reality. Like today, look at the children's sport. There is no youth program at all. The only program you will see for young people is only academic. After academic, zero. So quick, let me just speak on this U.S. visas, stuff and other thing. It will clearly shows to our leaders that they need to forgo some personal benefit and ensures that they create jobs and opportunity for Liberians in this country. I have been too long that America will just come out and take decisions against the nations only because they are the world superpower. That if you speak truth to power, they come against you. The recent statements made by Louis Brown, Ambassador Louis Brown, was nothing wrong because of Liberia seat on the U.S. Security Council. We have to speak truth to power. So for me, I believe because of the truth that was said to America, why would you go and that kept now another president or president and where did that carry there and go teaching it? Tomorrow, they can just come to Riyadh, go for bid and just collect our president and just go and collect their mouth and all people, they just be disappearing.
I want you thinking on, eh?
So we have to be real. It's about time that all these benefit, all these luxurious cars, our lawmakers using here, let them cut everything down and create opportunities, companies here for Liberians to work. The only reason people will think to go outside their country to go is only because there is no opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to others. You're live.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I really
I mean, somebody asked me one question. I want to ask you, what is it you defending? Just tell us. What you defending?
No, we did. Let's get back to the topic because.
No,
what is
then
it
don't
like?
don't
Then
say
don't
you
be-
defending.
you
Don't
defend- what you defending?
Then today, don't put that name on you when you call on the show. Say you can tell what you defending, then just go to the topic. Don't never call to say people defender or anything.
You say
Don't
serious
tell
about
me.
other boy?
Yeah.
The people defender.
I won't
Or-
buy you. I won't put you a money put out. You never call. So just go ahead.
So let me tell you, you know, the way people proclaim President Waka to make a think that you're going to solve the solution of this country when you give it about the presidency. I mean, and indeed, 78,000 Liberian went on your way and gave it back. But Vicky, that's why we have something what we say government of continuity, meaning when the other government comes and start or they do something, when other colleagues come, they to continue for it. But President Waka was for clean that he was going to solve the solution. First of all, the government lied to the Nigerian people that they're 100 days deliverable, that there will be no way for gas to stop in a major road in our country. They lied. So when now coming up with a report with a video and say or 65 or promises they made in the field income, I don't think that is clean to some of us because we knew that President Waka and people that were coming up for, they had no and as not as director to lead them the press people. That's why he didn't put the committee for me. So I want to say to Nambo, when I report, it gave me when the time.
Peter,
Yes, sir.
you believe that the report is genuine, right? Yeah, you see no honor tone in it, but they are giving the facts to Liberian people. Okay, let me take you back. I mean, can you remember one of the days when such report came out during the regime of the immediate past government, of which you accused, you in particular, that that Namo was at the auxiliary of the Unity Party or opposition? So now the report is okay, but yesterday was bad?
Okay, that question is fine. The regime Namo came up with a report against the CDC government and CDC came out to say what was said at that time. Then the people look at that, they said no protected government from power because the government is not
Okay, thank you. Thank God you know
You say you're defending, you're pro defender.
Good morning.
You can't defend anything.
You are not defending, but you are not correcting your wrongs that were being written out. You're right. Go ahead.
Good morning, Wiggy and I.
Good morning, Luca.
This is about the development minister Junior. I don't know district number two most of the country. Thank you for the show this morning. In Pastor Wiggy and I want to share on the visa application. Look, Africa is a continent by itself. A whole lot of resources that will help this country here. If our leader will put the resources in use where citizens will work and get money, they pay your own car as 20 years, 30 years, you 6 years, you pay your own car. So I think America will not going to make profit or on visa restriction. But you see, we're not using a lot of our resources. So this is the time for Africa to unite and build your own country. I believe that America is not blind. America really go there, you go there to develop yourself, come back, that's all. So I don't know why all the opposition are flying with you, they're happy, they want to see the bad side of the country, they're happy, they're posting it all over. But then the video is they're not only Nigeria, even Nigeria still now. Well, we are not seeing our own posting it all over, they are happy or blaming all the government. But it's in this country, if we will not change our attitude and mind, the country will not go nowhere. You're thanking for the show.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Good morning.
Mr. Brooks and Mr. Farr, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, let me say good morning to His Excellency President Waka and Representative Unonika. So, this is somewhat deep paper and Nigerian from our Nigeria. Let me say thank you guys for the discussion. And I want to encourage this government to take every recommendation and constructive criticism as an example to develop the country. Namo and Elizabeth had not just come to daily years over years, they have made a report, a very independent. So let's see that report as play where we sit down and do super reflection and make correction and move forward, not about all going after people who feel that they had 6 years and no opportunity it was using the country. So yes, I agree with Namo, there are some people that will go after. Even though we are not in campaign mode, but the area agenda, we should focus our strength and the country, and now or at least some extent, local or international partner will know say we are making effort to do what we are coming for the people. Thank you so much for the show.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Good morning.
Good morning, talking about information groups.
Please go ahead.
It's time for one. As the others once said. You see, with all the reports, I want to congratulate Namo for giving such a brilliant report. There is nothing ugly into that report. Putting on a guy, I just let go color. I just said, if you want to train this child to become better, you look at all your thoughts and put it in the better because you want the better of that child. So right now, that report is a step now. It's an honor. The government can put their hands on and work along with that report. If the report want to be good, instead of reading it for sugar and tea, nothing better will want to be done. But for now, it's time for this government to put their time on job because they brought there to work. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. 0775-919-919-080. Good morning. 0775-919-919-080-919-919 are the two numbers. The lines are currently activated. Now you say the report is genuine, is germane, but yesterday you condemned the report. You know, we have to be sincere to ourselves in this country. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiggy.
Good morning, Smith.
Smith, thank you so much. You know, I want to appreciate you and the morning, and the report is welcoming. This government has brought the power, brought the government to prosecute. The report that
Timothy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
So we need to speak to the power. President Baka will give you opportunity to prosecute President George. We are a corrupt government official. And today there are a lot of good things going on, yes. The road going on, other things going on, but we need the government to prosecute even the people that are working with the rescue. We are upset. The people that are with the rescue team. The minister that they are suspending, they need to be prosecuted. So President Baka know that, and he knows, and the president knows that we the Nigerian people make that decision. We know things were talked to, were dying. What's wrong with the air auditors? What's wrong with the people? What's wrong with the getting the people out here and making mockery out of us? President Baka, the rescue government need to prosecute former President George Black and the people because tomorrow we want for the rescue government to be prosecuted. Even my president and support President Baka, I want you to go to court and ask questions. And answer questions. We need to ask a question. So Mr. President, when you are there, what you did with the one, it ain't mean that we hate him. No. But it's about our people. You cannot support the government, you cannot support the child being wrong, and you say pamper the child. These are coming, even in our own government, there are a lot of mistakes. There is a need to be addressed because you're going to open your eyes first. So we that run the government, we say that because for me tomorrow I want to be prosecuted, I want the rescue government to be prosecuted. They are for we are thinking the government going forward, we take the asset. Even though I need overhead bridge, but I need the other people and they are still there. And the overhead bridge will be other side for our government year, second year. We need to ask this question. Even though we're going to go far and see, but there are corruption there. So we can just thank you so much for the show. I support the rescue government, but we ourselves, the rescue government tomorrow, we need to be prosecuted. So we're asking the president to prosecute former President George.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Don't hold the line.
Yeah, don't hold
the
line.
Hold the
Let's
line.
talk to other callers. You live. Good morning. Please be audible. Go ahead.
facilities in the country that allow you to travel whether with job in Nigeria.
No, we never have visa. Liberians are going to America without visa. That they get that, but we still find why we are among people applying for visa. We were not among the countries. People could just wake up and go to America. You just get your passport, traveling document. But we don't know what went wrong. Maybe after the war we lost that status or whatever. We can fight to renew it. One of these things. Yeah, jobs are here, but there are reasons why people travel. Not basically all about jobs.
I want us to get it from that point too. I want you to look at the reason why you found out that if other people today in Nigeria are traveling and they are staying in Nigeria, I want you to understand this is what a new job. Right after the war, when Ghana headed to war, there have been a lot of Google agreement at the government side and new job. Just we have government, there have been a lot of Google agreement, including government. My brother, people that are working in government, they are going for yourself government position. People they are the early in work out. You guys are nothing over there. They job for you. So you guys and let them give you up to tell you what you show.
Thank you. 0775 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this morning because the sun is hot and we have to get this thing done. You listen to the report and you know about Liberia among countries where immigrant visa is frozen. So, but there are other visas that stay open. Good morning. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Okay, thank you. We have to sit and look at it, like in your words. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning, sir.
Morning, Wiki.
Good morning, sir.
This is Daniel Maza.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Wiki. I just laughing at the last caller who just dropped the line. I was just laughing. The guy spoke out of frustration. He said the previous government, the Ellen government, the Georgia government, the Boga government, all over there, you're not doing nothing. You're not bringing jobs. I was just laughing at it. I interested what you said. No comment. I mean, I agree with him. Thank you.
Thank you as well for being part of the conversation this morning. Yeah, everybody trying to express their own feeling, frustration about what's happening in the country. But it's good to have the conversation. Let me say good morning to Dr. Rex Down this morning. Rex Down, good morning to you. 0775 919 919 088 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. The two lines are currently activated. And you can be part of the conversation and speak on what we discuss in the process. Let's go back and talk to this caller, the live.
Hello, Wiki. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This is Victor Yachuri. I call from Cinco Church. Wiki, I'm so happy for the visa restriction on Liberia. What led to this is the weak justice system that we have. If the justice system were good, we couldn't have been placed among Nigeria, Somalia, Indonesia, and Thailand. We don't have good justice system within the country. Once we build up our justice system, you'll see things will move with us very freely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You're live.
Good morning, Willie. Good morning.
Good morning, Abraham Tamba.
This is Abraham Tamba calling from Kingsville. When the good one comes, then the bad one here. I remember a few months back, the United American told Liberia that it would be extended about 3 years for the celebration. Today, this was to have placed that, like the last of us, so our visa will be able to do it. And I hear many Liberians calling America. And there's a caller that called So, many like that, I'll ask you a question. You only want to work in government. You are professional. You want to university. You got degree. You can do partnership. You can organize a business in the country. Everybody works in one government. 5 million people go on employ all of us. Who pay tax? Who bring investors? Who is motivate people? So, we don't want government job. Everybody is running after government job. Government job, government job. You can't hear both, they will go and together to organize the business. They will just be depending. If today, if you pay 3 years ago, America, even they say 150 people down there, but it was me and some people. Let us work for ourselves. Let us try to create avenues.
But it's good that this is happening so that as a whole, as a government, as a people, we can see that we need to control ourselves in the form of manner that will make us eligible for those things.
Please go ahead.
I'm Charles, I'm calling from real community. So I listened to the pastor when he made the statement saying that he's happy for the visa restriction. So, you know, when people make statement like that, then we wonder, especially me, I wonder and ask myself to see, but what kind of Liberia we have? So people, everything that happens, people want to try to politicize it. In a sense, this visa restriction, especially when it comes to the immigration aspect. So when the people, the only restricting is that United Party people restricting for going to America or yeah, but I ain't looking. Don't look here, let me see here. So the tweet that they say, now when the United Party people will go to that player and say, oh, you United Party people, they will pay him. That thing is affecting everybody. So when bad things happen in the country, we don't expect people to come out and say, oh yeah, I'm very happy for the visa restriction. So you get a family. You are Liberian. When things happen, hey, understanding it?
Yeah.
You should see how best to find remedies for this problem. And listen to the foreign minister. Secure up quick. So you come in up and say that, oh, you happy for the visa restriction, say, oh, the visa restriction, what about you?
Yeah. You know, in politics, thank you. In politics, people see it as a game for them. People who in opposition that the government is not doing well, and it's a sign to the electorate that these people not working in your interest. Like you said, but they still do not understand that when you go to the embassy, when you file in for visa, nobody's gonna ask you which party you're coming from. They will not give you visa based on your affiliation with which political party. They put us on the country image. Why are we at this stage in this matter? Collectively, how do we solve these problems? Because some of you want to make, you want to travel for personal or
You're talking about student exchange program,
you
tourism, business, education.
you want to go for a reason too that will help your district, your communities, your country. Yeah, that's why sometimes you want to travel. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
It is Jones King, calling from Japanese food. Yeah, let me get a friend this now with the issue of this visa. No, it is for glaring lesson for our leaders that indeed you have to develop your country, develop the minds of your people. You know, in this country, if our leaders are ensuring that the work of this country is used to develop this country, who you find running and so desperate to travel to foreign country. All Liberians will travel to foreign country, but they're still there with we family because we have a nation that is very, very developed. Almost to see what our leaders do to us. Making sure that they take everything for themselves, leave the country so underdeveloped. And sad for this nation, so the people of this, so we the people of the nation can wake up and put aside our political government and stop being blindfolded by political hat and look in the faces of our leaders and say, indeed, you have failed. You have failed. That's the only way those people will take us serious in this country. But we continue to shield them, like blood would be jealous. Look at the road from here, from red line to from red to Freeport was built by the Japanese government. Look at the color overhead bridge by the Chinese government. What are we doing with our budget? What are we doing with one of this nation? Let me just say the NAMO report is lemon test to this government. Indeed, they have to draw that many sectors of this government have failed. And it's glaring. It has
being part of the conversation this morning. Let's talk to other callers joining us this morning. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You live? Good morning. Thank you. Let's talk to our callers on the line this morning. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir.
You know, if you now you tax, there would be a topic, they will go to cheap it. The two topics would not discussion. I think for me, I'm waiting for the following. She says something, I want to hold that. Because this woman will go, how much you can work. They future, they will do the job. I know that. I know how much I do. You know, when the police are you go on social media, so happy. You think that God has like your mind will come to America. We are the common people. Somebody want to stay out there, you want to do something for it. They will people for you, they will. We're going to get at the government. Why go among countries? Why go among other countries? Where they know? Why go like Iraq? When we are moved, we beat this country after the war. But we can't add them to our the power. But we have an argument. Why people are going to have a problem? Then let's go to the report for NAMO. It's time for our government to sit down quietly and read that report. Where we are from, let's try to figure out that. We are the only people to make the country better. Only like group to make the country better. And for one that don't take up, we are falling apart one of them. That's what happened. Thank you, both.
Thank you this morning for being part of the conversation. We'll take two more calls. We'll take our break and before we come back for our last talking point this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. You want to ask CK which one? Please be audible. Go ahead.
The American people, for me, I don't have to do with the leaders or the bishop, but the main they say, said that they should appeal all the government officials. Let them impose all government officials. And what is the citizen of this country?
But I hope you understand this. This is a temporary halt. This is temporary, and they are saying people who have a present issue. So you just want to go in the poor country, where you want to go there when you go for a conference and run away. There should be a reason why you won't go there. They don't say don't go there, but be having a reason. If those people want permanent status in America, the green card, they say no. It's on temporary hold. But I don't understand anything. They never said don't go to America. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs never said with this development don't go to America. They said when there are issues, tourism, exchange, education, business. You should go America for the purpose. But if you don't have a permanent status, maybe you want to go work, to stay there, and all the things, they're not giving that visa out now. It's temporary, but it'll be worked on later. But I don't like understand that, oh, we don't do something bad. I say, oh no, that don't go to America. No! And I see opposition running with this thing, making it look like the whole world of Liberia has crumbled outside with America. This is not the case.
Yes, you know, you normally will find these things happen.
This is not the case, but let Liberia people understand.
People want to see these things happen to show that the failure of a particular government.
And they get it wrong.
And so at times,
I want to go see.
Yeah, you expect to you know, that politics now, you expect people to tell you that, no, we told you that these people were not going anywhere. We told you that these people meant no better for this country. But yet they say you still saw that are people who have gone on to do something good for this country. But this is where we find ourselves. Even if nobody's going to ask you which party you come from before, nobody's going to ask you which party you're from before they tell you, oh yeah, come for visa, you know? Okay. Folks, welcome on to this edition of the Morning Ride. This is where we find ourselves. We'll look for this and we'll come back.
Gang rape, chapter 14.702. Kidnapping, chapter 14.501. The defendant has been forwarded to court, and the matter now lies before the judiciary. The accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. The victim's identity has been fully protected by law. This case reflects LMP's commitment to swift, victim-centered